Hi, beautiful Cancer. Welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. Cancer, this is your monthly read for June of 2024, and we're going to start with an overall energy here, an overall feel of the energy that's going on for you for the month of June, and then go deeper and deeper into that energy to see really what the message is. I would highly appreciate if you subscribe to this channel and give it a thumbs up if you like the video. You can also click the little bell to get notification when I'm uploading the videos. So let's see what's going on for you for the month of June, Cancer. One overall energy. If you want to take a deep breath in and out through your nose, just really settle into the message. There you go. Confronting energy. Do you know what? I'm getting a lot of cosmic solar flare. Just look at this card, look at these images. Like, it's almost like this whole realm right here, it's the different realms perhaps, but like this whole movement feels like people and animals, and like that could just be gazillion different versions of yourself doing all of these different things, just trying to be a normal person in this life. And the movement that you have might feel a little bit thick right now. I don't know how to really explain the energy that I'm feeling. It just feels like it's not thick, but dense. Thank you. Dense is a better word. Dense. Like as you move forward, it might feel like things are speeding up. You might feel like things are moving really quickly. You might feel like you're a little bit out of sorts with things, like not keeping track of days or time or, you know, even seasons at times. Maybe then you're a little bit lost. Sorry. But at the same time, it feels like it's a little bit, you need to maybe sleep more, rest more, just take your time more, which is maybe a little bit of a clash if everything is like speeding up, but at the same time, the energy just feels more dense. It can be a confrontational feeling. For some of you guys, you might even have moved this out into the physical reality, that the confrontation might then be projected into people, into situations where things right now feels a little bit like if a person can come into conflict, they will. If there's going to be some sort of backlash, it probably will try to backlash. Like if you can just stay away from that as much as you possibly can, because it's like it's almost like it's serving up to be that way right now due to the energies. And if you can really settle in, if this confrontation with the energies, if you can find a way to balance yourself in the midst of all of this, that would be just really perfect and beautiful. And you probably will cruise on through way easier, like grounding yourself, drinking a lot of purified water, adding that with some crystal salt to really have the body pick it up and really ground yourself. Put your feet on the ground, sit for 5 minutes barefoot in the grass, or on the beach or in the ocean. You can even go as far as eating really grounded food like potatoes or beetroot or carrots or anything that's like pulled out from Mother Gaia, to really help ground yourself. And you probably feel way more adapt to receive these high flying energies. Okay, so the confrontation, just try it out, see how it works. Like ground your root chakra, your base chakra, and see if the confrontation feels less, even if it's just energy or if it's even have projected itself into people or situations. So this is just my little tip. Excuse me. Coffee time. You know how happy I was? Little side note here, huge side note. Has nothing to do with you, or maybe it has. I haven't been drinking coffee for maybe 2 months. I just have not felt like having coffee. It's probably a lie. Probably 1 month. But then I was just having like 1 cup and it was like, not interested. And it's so boring. It's so boring to not be interested in coffee because coffee goes with everything. And it's like, and when you don't have the coffee, you sort of don't want the cookie either, because the cookie is the best tasting cookie when it's with coffee. And if you take out the coffee, it's like, what's the point? So when I felt like having coffee today, I was like, oh my God, I'm going to have my cup of coffee. Interesting side note, right? Okay, moving on to you. Confrontation, solar flares, this is just saying that you're really cool as well, Cancer. You're cool for being in the midst of these energies. And if you have debated, excuse me, what to do with certain confrontational people, with certain confrontational situations, doesn't it feel more fun, way more fun, if you just know, oh, wait a minute, this is only playing out because there's really, really intense, dense energies surrounding you right now, and it's just a projection of what's going on there. If you then deal with those energies, those confrontational, annoying people will dissipate. Isn't that good? Okay. Going deeper soul, what do we have for Cancer, please, for the month of June? Strength. Maybe a Leo connection, because we have the Strength card. Leo is right after Cancer. Leo is right after Cancer. And Cancer and Leo are just, you can be a cusp signs. It can be that you're sitting right in between, like you're born at the very end of Cancer season and at the very beginning of Leo season. So you might be on the cusp right there. You might even have you have Leo influence, or is just Strength. What else here for Cancer, please? Nothing else. 7 of Autumn. Pushing through. Yeah, I showed you that. I showed you the Strength card. I'm going to show you them more deeply and really go into them. This is about pushing through. This is about having patience, waiting for something to, okay, I'm starting to get the feeling here of this confrontation, these heavier, denser energies, these confrontational energies. Now just having courage and having strength and just sort of writing it out, going through it, just going through it. Take on one thing at a time, sit through it, try to not keep anything out, try to not get rid of anything emotionally. Try to not get rid of any annoying people. Just let them do whatever they're doing and writing it out and just sort of dealing with these energies right now. And I just feel like whatever, I should probably make a video on this because it has come up over and over again. So it just feels really as a collective thing as well. That whatever these denser or intense energies are bringing to the planet right now, it activates things for people. All of a sudden you can like go from feeling really asleep to really awake. It can feel like you're all of a sudden are way more in tune with your intuition. You can really activate your psychic centers, getting a different relationship with space-time, like all of these things taking place. But it might feel like before something really happens, you just really have to wait it out. You're sitting on so much fruit. You're sitting on so much pumpkins in this case. That just wants to explode. And once these energies have sort of settled in and it has activated the things that they're supposed to activate, and you have settled into that much more, then there's going to be a lift off. Eight of Spring. Look at that. Yep. One more. And then I want to use another deck as well. Yeah, it feels one more. There you go. Princess of Autumn. So we have Eight of Spring. Stress that comes from having many things happening at once. Successful multitasking. Sudden events or changes. This is what I'm talking about. We have 11 and we have 7 and we have 8. So it's beautiful, like going through a portal. Then we have 7 and we have 8, like a beautiful process there. Princess of Autumn. Princess of Autumn. This is when you're going to get going with things. I don't think it's this very red hot minute. I think you need a minute to regroup, to settle into whatever has been or is being activated in your body right now. And then you're going to get to the Eight of Spring. You're going to get to the Princess of Autumn. We're going to go deeper into that. I just felt this deck speaking. So we're just going to use a couple of other cards as well. Maybe these are clarifiers. Let's see. Do you want to clarify? What do you want to do here? Observer. And a change. Yeah, I think. Sometimes it's a little bit too obvious, but you know, it might not be too obvious. That was a little bit arrogant of me. Then I got clogged in my, like, stop saying these things. Okay. We're starting with strength. You're coming in. So like I just explained here, let's just read it. The grace and inner strength needed to overcome challenges. The grace and inner strength that's needed now to overcome challenges. The power of kindness and forgiveness. Time to embrace how wonderful you are. Cancer. So this is what I mean with just, I know it's not fun to be the bigger person all the time. But if you can just really see that whatever people are doing right now, so the people that are confronting you, if you're in a conflicting situation, if you are in a situation where people just feel annoying, like they're just pick a fight because they can, it seems like. So they are a projection of the intensity and the shifts that are going on inside of you, right? At the same time, it's not either or, it's both. At the same time, you are drawing them to you, right? But at the same time, they're having the intensity of these shifts on the planet as well, but they might not be as aware as you are. So in this very instance, you need to be the bigger person and just sort of write it out like like they're 5 or 6 year olds having a, you know, tantrum of hers. You know, just this morning, my 6-year-old, he was trying to put his socks on in the morning, and they were a little bit tight and a little bit like, he just couldn't do it, and he started to cry. And he really started to cry, like, but tears came in his eyes, and I was like, what's wrong? Like, what's going on? And I just didn't say anything. I was just sitting there, and tears just slowly started to fall down his cheeks, and I was like, like, really? What's, like, tell me what's going on? And then I saw the socks, and I was like, is the socks, like, playing tricks on you? I was like, yeah. Well, let me just help you then. I had a split second that I was just about to say, like, oh, you don't have to cry over the socks. But I was like, shush, just, he's having a moment with his socks, you know? And it feels like you might... Are you following me where I'm trying to go with this? If you can treat the flaring up people as their 6-year-olds trying to put their socks on, even if they're coming with heavier things towards you, or even if they're saying nastier, can I say that? Nasty things to you. Like, to just see them as projection on a movie screen due to some intense flare up from the sun and from the magnetic stuff that is going on for the planet right now, and just write it out. Just through grace and kindness, just write it out. One situation and one person at a time. This will calm down. It will settle down. And it is activating for you. It's activating stuff within you. Have patience and don't worry. This is also about feeling a little bit alarmed. It might help just listening to this video, or even to go out and like really maybe be drawn to other things right now that are explaining why you're coming up against certain situations, or coming up against certain people at this time, or why you're feeling the way that you're feeling. It might be enough to just hear that this is what's going on for you to just like, oh my God, then I have nothing to worry about. Like, but if the worry, because this is a worrying card, like it's just trying to tell you this is an unfounded worry. You don't have to worry. This will settle in and it will calm down. And the things that feels like, can this really go south here? Can this person really, you know, sabotage truly stuff in my life right now? No, they cannot. Just go back to just hone in on your own power, through your own power and strength here, through grace and kindness. It's like step through this portal through grace and kindness to your best of your ability. You're also human, Cancer. So if you have your 6-year-old tantrum every once in a while, you're allowed to, right? But be patient with yourself, be patient with others at this time, and just know that as these things are settling in, you're sitting on a bunch of like really gorgeous things wanting to then just take off. Then we have 8 of Spring, which is about the taking off, but it's like we're coming from, so this is what it says. Stress that comes from having many things happening at once. That is the intensity of the energies. That's the intensity of then them being projected out into people, into situations. So you're having a lot of things to deal with at the same time. Or it feels like you have just a couple of things to deal with at the same time, but you have like a lot of different energies that are just coming at you at this time. So whatever you can do to rest and relax and just calm your nervous system down, any healing modality right now, any meditation right now, or it just brings balance to your body, is so good. And then we have successful multitasking. So it just takes that little tweaking for you, Cancer, just that little tweak of your energy to then, instead of feeling overwhelmed and overly stressed out due to the things happening right now, a little bit of tweaking, a little bit of like gathering 5 minutes in the morning. I am not kidding you. 5 minutes in the morning to just have those 5 extra minutes to just lay and not look at the phone, not even meditate, not having a mission, not even having a thought about getting up. 5 minutes in bed before you start the day to just lay there, to just point out that you have toes and that you have a pillow to lay on, and just take in the room or not take in the room. Those 5 minutes to just gather your energy goes such a long way. And then it's going to turn into, instead of stressful overwhelmment, it's a successful multitasking. And this will kick off like I said, it feels like, okay, nothing's really happening. There's too much overwhelming stuff going on, but you're sitting on something here. You're sitting on the fruits of your labors. You're sitting on something that wants to take off. And once everything has settled in a little bit, we have sudden shifts and sudden changes. 8 is also about the strength. 8 is also power and strength and endless possibilities. Then we have Princess of Autumn. So happy news about your career, promotions or scholarships, well thought out plans that go perfectly, needing a little push to get going. So I think that just after having this moment of just really sitting with these energies and just trying to just write it out, dealing with one thing at a time, and rest more often than go up and do something, is what's really important. So once you have come into this restful state, now you might need a little push to sort of get off of the couch, or get this is a little bit towards the future. This is for the month of June. So say 6 weeks into the future, I would say come well into July and off you go. Like really take your time with this to settle in these energies, and longer if you need to, obviously. that's when you really get going, like really get into whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish here, whatever you want to get off the ground, whatever you're looking to change, like really then start to focus on that. That's it's just going to happen naturally, organically, once this it can even be that you have activated so much of your psychic centers that you now want to take a course or a class in, like, what do I do with these things that have now opened up for me. It's going to be quite natural where you're going with all of this. But for most of you, I just feel like there's something you're sitting on right now that hasn't really taken off. Something you've been wanting to do that hasn't really taken off. And it's because you needed to have this time first to like regroup and settle into your own body with these new energies before this takeoff could take place, if that makes sense. It also means that other people, whatever you're trying to take off, other people will be more receptive once you're on the other end. Once this energy has calmed down a little bit, other people will also be more receptive to what you're bringing to the world, on however small scale it is that whatever you're bringing to the world. You might be like, I'm not bringing anything to the world. You're bringing your part to the world just by existing, and you waiting for the perfect timing is also preparing other people who's going to receive whatever you're bringing to be more receptive. Then we have the observer and the change in the wind. So the more right now that you can just, this is what I'm talking about. You're sitting on the golden opportunity, on this golden egg. Something's getting ready to hatch, but it is the observer. If you just sit on your couch right now, I don't mean to stop life, but if you can just be more calm than up and go, if you can rest more than, it's a resting time. It's an observing time. It's paying attention. It's being, I find that I have for maybe just the past month or month and a half, life is happening. There's noise all around me. There's noise from traffic. There's noise from nature. There's a lot of noise from nature. There's noise from television, from, all of that. But I have felt quiet. I don't know how to explain it. Maybe you understand this because I'm inspired to say it. I felt quiet for about a month. That there's a quietness, there is a connection, there's a rebuild. There's something going on a deeper and higher plane that is just quiet. And in that quietness, in that stillness, there's so much being said, if that makes sense. Like, so much is coming through, so much is being organized and put in its right place and revealed and discovered. And I can't say one thing that is. I'm just saying something's coming to the surface, something's brewing. Maybe it's my coffee. That if you can just observe your surroundings right now, and for a while longer, just be more of the observer's seat than in the driver's seat, it really will benefit you. And if you look at the 49 there, 4 is a heart matter, 4 is laying a new foundation, 9 is the end of something, we're coming into something new. And adding those up, we have a 13, which is transformation, which leads us to a change in the wind. You're changing stuff right now. You're changing on a core level. 12 is the masculine. And I think it's the masculine that's changing. Like, the masculine is not as rigid as in its power anymore. We're letting that go more. And you're now like rearranging things. You're rearranging on a core level. There's a change in the wind, literally. We're going to end with the fairies, with Cancer's fairies, with some messages for you. What do you have for Cancer, please, for the month of June? Gemini, not Gemini. Maybe you have a connection to Gemini. Cancer's fairies, please. That's nature. That's homeopathic medicine. That's connection to Mother Earth. Oh my God. So maybe not everyone can read Swedish, but this is very similar to English. So naturens magi, nature's magic. Sometimes when you're in alignment that much with the cards, it's just mind-blowing. I never cease to be amazed. Like, I start to talk about nature, homeopathic medicine, the connection to Mother Earth, and here comes nature's magic. Okay. Nature's magic, just the reconnection with nature, Cancer, is what's going to benefit you. That's what we talked about. It's the grounding. It's you grounding yourself into Mother Earth. So if you don't live by the water, maybe you don't have a beach around you, maybe it's really tricky to get out and put your feet barefoot on the ground, then go into meditation and anchor yourself in through the imagination. Just use your imagination. Just feel an anchor or a rope or a tree trunk or whatever from the what is that called, the end of the spine, and the buttocks, and just feel that anchor really get rooted into Mother Earth. Just see that root go all the way down into the center of Mother Earth to really feel anchored in. If you can do that 5 minutes every day, or in the morning, or when you feel like you're a little bit all over the place, to just really anchor yourself in again. That's what's going to help you the most right now. And if you obviously can get out in nature and just be around nature's energy, which holds such a high vibration, that's really beautiful as well. Just get one more here, and then that's going to be the final message. Maybe even connect with the fairies, Laughter. This is beautiful. Find any chance that you can take to laugh, or to just be more. It doesn't mean you have to laugh your ass off, but it means that just take any chance that you can to be more playful, to be more joyful. If you on purpose, like soon enough, if you watch 10 videos of babies' laughter, soon enough you are gonna, even the grumpiest person, even the most pissed off person, like soon enough you are going to start to have a little bit of a grin on your face if you look at 10 babies in a row that just they just laugh so much they cannot sit up. Those 3 months, 4 months old babies laughing, it's just you can't hold it in. If you can say that extra joke, if you can constantly think about a way to have humor, it's going to lighten the load so much. Why? Because it raises your vibration. And the more you raise your vibration, the more in alignment. Where is it? The more in alignment you will be with these intense energies. The reason why they're so intense is because we're not in alignment with them. Right? So the lower of the vibration that you have, combining, it's almost like why we have thunder, too much cold with too much warm coming together, and we have thunder. So that's the same with why it's so intense, is because we're not up to par, to use a golf term. We're not up to car. I'm not up to car either. So if you work on that, then it's not gonna, if you work on raising that vibration, it's not gonna feel as dense or intense either. I hope that helps, Cancer. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care.